welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year! It is February. This is the first monthly favorites of 2020 and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started with my January favorites. If you guys haven't watched my best of 2019 makeup, skincare and hair care videos, I'm gonna leave it in the description box below, but basically in those videos I went through all of the things that I used throughout the whole of 2019 and narrowed it down to just one or two favorites from each category. So hopefully that will be a really helpful video for you guys, for those of you who are looking for a new cleanser, new serum, new hair care, shampoo or whatever, or lipstick. I hope that will be helpful. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna dive right into my January favorites. Pretty much these are the items that I have been trying throughout the whole month, or rather the past 2 months or so. Let's start with skincare. First up, I have here my Decorté Liposome Treatment Liquid. This is a really nice and hydrating, kind of like an essence. It's slightly viscous in texture, so it's very hydrating on the skin, but at the same time, I really love Decorté as a brand. I feel like they're very luxurious, but at the same time, the products are just very effective and very potent. They are not the cheapest, but I really love it and I can use it on my sensitive skin as well. So the Decorté Liposome range actually comes with the treatment liquid and also the moisture liposome. So you use it before you go in with your serum, and that really helps to boost whatever skincare products that you put on top of it. I like it that it's very fast absorbing, it's hydrating, and it just seeps into your skin without you feeling like you applied anything at all, but your skin really drinks up all of the moisture after that. These two purple bottles are really good and I highly recommend them. Next up, I have here the Drunk Elephant F-Balm Electrolyte Waterfacial Mask Hydrant. You guys know how much I love Drunk Elephant. I feel like their products are extremely potent and very effective. If you're looking for a skincare brand that gives you instant results, Drunk Elephant is definitely the one to go for. Unfortunately, if you have very sensitive skin, or if you have skin problems like eczema or rosacea or stuff like that, I would recommend you to stay away from this brand because they use a lot of very potent ingredients, a lot of chemical peels, a lot of vitamins, a lot of oils and stuff that might not be the best for sensitive skin. But for me, even though I have sensitive skin, I am able to use some of their products, especially in smaller doses, and I really have been loving the results of it. This F-Balm is their latest product. It's actually a hydrating mask that you wear to just give your skin the kind of added boost of moisture. This one has vitamin F inside, which is apparently really good for tired skin, for dry skin, and it's very high in antioxidant as well. It has little like beads textures, which are apparently the vitamin F that will burst onto your skin once it comes into contact with your skin. And that form of it being the first exposure to your skin helps to keep the ingredient really fresh and active. Once I use this at night and I go to bed, I wake up to such nice skin. My skin is a lot more plump, a lot more elastic, a lot more hydrated. Unfortunately, Drunk Elephant products are very expensive. So this one, you can find it at Sephora, but I believe it's quite pricey, though I really think it's quite worth it. Alright, so I'm done with skincare products. Now let's move on to makeup. I have here with me a really nice foundation. This is the Zoeva Authentic Skin Natural Luminous Foundation. I'm in the shade 050N Beautiful, and I just love this foundation to bits. It is really nice, especially for those of you who have dull skin or who want to go for that full coverage yet lightweight, but gives you a really nice luminous finish on your skin. So this is really good, and surprisingly it is not that expensive considering it's a brand from Sephora. If I'm not wrong, you can get it at like I think 50 or maybe less, so it's quite a good price for those of you who want to try a full coverage foundation that isn't matte or isn't too like cakey on your skin. So all you need to do is just apply a very thin layer, and it can cover all of your redness, your imperfection, and still give you a very nice and natural looking canvas. Next up, I have here my Pera V Shading Contour Palette. This one is in the shade 02 Cacao Brown. I think it's very similar to the Too Cool for School Art Class by Rodin shading palette. For those of you who know Too Cool for School, that particular contour palette is literally used by all of the Korean women in Korea. So Personally for me, I found that it was very light. It didn't have enough pigmentation, even though I really love the texture of it. But this one has a little bit more pigmentation and has the same buttery texture. The texture of the powder is very fine. It just melts into your skin and it doesn't give you a very harsh line compared to a lot of the American contours that we are used to having. So that's why I really love this, and it has 3 different shades of browns that you can use on different areas of your skin. So I use the light and the middle one for my nose contour and contouring my face. But when it comes to the darkest shade of brown, I like to go like really close to my hairline and only hit like the sides of my face so that I have a lot more gradient and more dimensions to my contour. Next up, I have a powder. I don't know if I've already spoken about this, but this is the Decorté. Honestly, don't even know the name. I'm gonna leave the name over here, but this is the Decorté press powder. It comes in a limited edition packaging that is for Christmas, and it's very luxurious. It's also really pricey. I think it costs like $200 or something, but it comes with a refill, so you get 2 powders for $200. Even though it's super pricey, I just gotta say that it's one of the finest like powder I've ever used in my life. It's so fine that every single time I touch up my makeup, it just doesn't even cake up. It just looks as good as new because it just sits so nicely on my skin. Whether or not it's fresh makeup or it's used makeup, even if I've worn my makeup for over 10 hours, once I powder it on, it just looks as good as new. And no other powder actually gives me that kind of effect. Most of the time when you keep piling on powder after powder after powder, it just looks very cakey and it feels very heavy on the skin, and it also clogs your pores. But this one really does not give me the effect. Of course, when it comes to fine powders, it's also not that good in terms of oil control, but I don't mind it because I can actually just keep touching up, and you know, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't kick up anyway. And I do really like that soft, blurred out skin, but still natural looking skin every time I use this. So it's not your overly matte, one-dimensional kind of powder, and it doesn't give you any coverage at all. It's completely translucent, which is why I love it. For those of you who don't know where you can get Decorté products, they have a boutique in Ion, so you can go and check that place out. Apart from that, I think they are also in Tangs. They have like a counter in Tangs as well. Next up, a concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Super coverage. I really love this concealer. I feel like it is really good to conceal, to contour, to highlight, and to retouch as well, which is exactly what they put at the back of the packaging. This wand is extremely huge. It's so big, and it reminds me a lot of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Almost identical, except that this one has a slightly thinner consistency, so you get the same amount of coverage, but it's thinner. So it's more comfortable to wear in the skin, and I just really like how full coverage it is, and I can retouch it as well without the cake. Next up, dun-dun! You guys probably are so sick of me talking about the new Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows. If you guys don't know what Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows are, they are small, little, handy size eyeshadow palettes that come in 6 colors. And this is number 1 and this is number 3. So there are 8 different colors altogether. They are all very complementary to be used on their own. But the best part of it is that they are able to be snapped together. Ta-da! And then there you have it. You have a very handy 12 color shadow palette that is so small, so compact, very easy to carry around, and of course the shadow quality is also really good, very pigmented, and I just love the customizable idea of it, because on days where I just feel like I want to go for something natural, you know, I have my natural palette, which is number 1, True Neutrals. It has a lot of browns, your pinks, a little bit of a shimmery shade, of course a cream shade that allows me to hit underneath my brow bone. So this is my neutral palette, but I like to go in with colors sometimes, so I like it that I have an option of just putting it together. So this is number 3. It's called Deep Neutrals, even though they're also neutrals, but I like it that there's a pop of orange over here that I can go for, and I can pair it together with this shimmery shade called Heaven Scent, which is also like a copper shimmer color. I also have a plum shade over here and browns as well in different like textures. I just really love how You know, you can mix and match, and depending on your mood or where you're traveling to, what events you're going for, you can just snap them together and it's so handy. Next up, I have two lip products for you guys. This one is the Christian Dior Rouge Ultracare Liquid in their iconic shade 999. I have been loving this to bits, not only the shade because it is such a nice iconic red shade. Just show you guys the color. It's like, it just looks good on every skin tone, but not only the shade, because they make this shade in so many different forms, but my favorite formula is this Rouge Ultracare Liquid because it is a slightly more creamy but velvety kind of texture, so it doesn't accentuate your lip lines, especially if you have dry lips or if you have like very crackly lips. This formula is definitely one to go for. It's pigmented, it's very hydrating on your lip, it helps to reduce the lip lines, and on top of that, it's a very easily like sheared out kind of formula, so you can actually shear it out and create like those just bitten Korean looking lips or your gradient lips, and look at that, it's so beautiful. The color also kind of lasts quite long on the lips. Of course, it's not as long as a liquid lipstick, but it kind of leaves a very nice even stain as well. The next one is this newly launched YSL Rouge Volupté Rock and Shine. So this one is in the shade 62S80H. How will you name your lipsticks this color? Basically, in the middle, if you guys can see, there is a kind of like a star design in the middle. The star design actually is a glitter formula. So once you apply it on your lips, you can see it has like little specks of silver glitter that is not subtle at all. So it looks very nice on the lips because it is very pigmented. It has the gorgeous shade of like reddish pink. It's a bit of a cherry red kind of color, and it has this sheen of silver glitter over it that just makes your lip look so juicy. The same thing, the formula is so hydrating, so it feels like a lipstick lip balm texture 2-in-1. Just really have been loving the color. I have been loving to just put it on as a lip tint, so I will just dab it on and just smear it out with my fingers, and it's been looking really beautiful. Last but not least, I have a pretty random favorite, but I just thought I wanted to show it to you guys. Tan-tan! This is my donut portable humidifier. It comes like this. So pretty much you can just attach it on any bottle. I find that the best bottle that works with this is actually the Evian bottle because it fits snug and tight, and it can actually act as a water cap. All you have to do is just fill up your water bottle with water and then attach this to the wire that it comes with and to a USB port. So either a charger or portable charger, it will start becoming a humidifier. So I have been loving this to bits, especially when I bring it on the plane because the air on the plane is so dry, and I just like to fill up a bottle. You know, I just plug it to my airplane seat, put it at the front, so it helps to moisten the air all around and it benefits everybody. And I'm the kind of person that I get really dry skin, dry mouth, dry nose, to the point that it gets very uncomfortable and painful, and I sometimes fall sick as well because, you know, it's just so dry like on my throat, and I always just leave the plane with a cough or a sore throat or a flu or something. So this one has been really helping me. I honestly don't know if I'm allowed to bring this on the plane, so don't quote me on that, but so far I've been bringing it on, you know, with no problems. If you can't bring it on a plane, this is a really good addition to have on your desk if you're working in an aircon environment. This one will really help to keep your skin hydrated, and also everyone else around you will benefit from it because the air is more moist. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Talk to me in the comments box down below and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @Mongabong, and I post there every single day, and I love to chat with you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful February, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!